What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mark from NYC. We back on the reaction. Today we are reacting to Open Court Isiah Thomas issues with Scottie Pippen. And then I'm gonna watch something where Scottie Pippen says something. I don't know exactly what it's about. I don't watch these videos beforehand. So I'm just gonna listen and then, you know, that's it. We'll see. Let's see what he says.
1990s as we...
Well, speaking of the 1990s, what did you say about Dream Team?
That was so...
It was wrong that Shaq and I wasn't on a Dream Team. It was just wrong.
And I still,
100%
think Dream Team 2 could beat Dream Team 1. And I don't care who like it.
Is this a therapy session?
So...
It's a therapy session?
How did you walk into a 1995 as you came into this league?
Wow. You know, I think the league obviously was post-Jordan. Jordan had sort of retired for the first time. And the legends of the 80s who kind of played a little bit into the 90s were retiring as well. Isiah had just left in Detroit, Magic a few years earlier, Bird. So the league was sort of maybe in a bit of a transition as Shaquille was emerging. You know,
emerging. I was emerged already.
That is true though. That is true. Like now, cause when I first, like, I ain't gonna lie, I remember earlier, I don't remember how many years ago, but I remember watching these videos when I was a kid. And I don't remember exactly what they said, I just remember watching. And I always thought, like, I never really thought of anything when he said that, but Shaq was emerged. Like, even if you want to say, okay, year one Shaq wasn't emerged, which is false. Year one, the first time, the first year, the first game, the first season that Shaq stepped onto an NBA basketball court, he was already emerged. It wasn't like a growing period. It was like, once this kid gets to nothing, it was none of that. It was already like, he's on timing. Like, by 95, he made the finals that year. So it wasn't really like he emerged. Like, sure, 01 and, you know, 2000 was his prime, was his peak, but he was already emerged. Like, he was already emerged for real. Like yeah, sure, the 2000, 2001 and 1999, 98 was like his peak, like his peak, his point. But man, 95, he was emerged 100%. That's true though.
Who was the first pick me word this morning?
Oh man, that's my train of thought.
I was wondering when he wrote that.
The league was in transition, I think, and younger guys were emerging as the new stars, as the new pillars of the league. And Shaq, although he was already emerged.
And the
get it right
about this, when we talk about the 90s, is you guys played against all these guys who are up for consideration in here. So 3D, who would be your team of the 90s if you had to limit it to 5? And now
you see, yeah, now it gets kind of tricky because, I mean, not really, because nobody's gonna put Isiah on that team. I don't think anybody should. Probably if I had to go a 5 from the 90s, so MJ, Hakeem. I feel like you have to go Scottie Pippen. Grant Hill was a dog, but definitely going Scottie. Scottie was amazing. Let's not do that. Let's not do Scottie like that. Scottie was amazing. I feel like you gotta, I mean, you can go, I'm going Carl. I feel like Carl was more consistent throughout the 90s. And then, I mean, if we're going by position, and then point guard, who else would it be besides Stockton? Who else is even in consideration? Gotta be Stockton, right? Now, if we playing positionless basketball, you could go double center. You could go Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaq. That would be absolutely disgusting. I don't think you'd lose, though. Like, you're not losing the rebounds. So, I don't know. But, yeah. Stockton, Jordan, Pippen, Malone, Hakeem. That's probably my 5. That's probably the only 5.
How you answer that number 5 spot?
I mean, it's a no-brainer who my center is. It's a no-brainer.
Just checking.
Why you on his meat though? I ain't gonna lie. Why you want his meat though? Why we just gonna act like Shaq was better than Hakeem? Oh, cause they were teammates. All right, so like, all right, cool.
Power forward. Put these hands on you. Karl Malone.
What? Intentionally. If I can say this, Isaiah, he intentionally opened up an old wound.
So Little John over there.
Good. Hey, you've got him in stitches with that comment.
I don't think anybody felt bad for Isiah. I don't think anybody should have felt bad for Isiah. Like, respectfully, like, let's not act like Isiah was just this little helpless kid. Isiah was getting the licks in too. You saw what Isiah did to Bill Cartwright? He laid his, like, bruh, he was getting his licks in too. Let's not act like, oh, because he was a little guard and they was mistreating him in the 90s. No. Isiah was doing damage. Let's not even do that. Let's not even play. Don't even play around with that. Don't even let that narrative float. You show a little highlight, oh, he bleeding. You saw what he did to his coach face? Like, come on. We know Isiah, bro. He was getting and he was dishing and he was getting, and you know what I'm saying? It was an even exchange.
Stitches, they go together.
Oh, I remember.
Two guard, obviously.
Stop snitching.
Two guard, obviously. Two guard MJ. Okay. And my point guard, I'm going with John Stockton.
Oh Lord, look at him.
No, I'm good. Okay, I was alright.
It was just my power forward.
Stockton, Jordan, Malone, and Shaq.
And then my small forward, or Dominique Wilkins, just to give him some love.
So yeah, there's something with Scottie. There's something with Scottie that he's not getting. So hold on. Wait, okay. How long did Dominique? Oh, he played all the way up to 99. I didn't even know he played that long. I didn't know he played till 99. He averaged 24 and 8 for his career, which is great. Kobe only averages 25 points a game, so that's great. 6.7 boards, which is great. Damn. All right. I mean, I probably slept on him a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was out like in the early 90s. I ain't gonna lie. But if we gonna act like Dominique Wilkins was better than Scottie Pippen, we can't have it. The thing is, we can't have it both ways. We can't have the narrative that Scottie was the second or third best player in the league, and then we can't say niggas like Dominique Wilkins was better than him or Grant Hill. We can't have both. We can't have both. Like, niggas gotta get their shit together. We can't have both.
In the 90s?
Well, I know at 90 he was still giving us buckets. Now it might not be, but that's what I'm going with. I'm leaving it at that.
In the 90s, I would take him over Dominique.
In the 90s, I would go, and I know
Dominique was on the Achilles.
I have Scottie Pippen. Scottie would be in the 90s. And I know that
I was waiting for it.
Niggas is hating.
6 years, but I think I didn't win, and I didn't have,
Rookie of the year 1995. So you gonna take his 5 years over Scottie's decade in the league? That's disrespect. And Scottie was still good in 99. Like, it wasn't like 97. Like, no. He was still good in 99. Like, the Trailblazers were good. He was one of the better players on that team. They made a fairly deep playoff run and ran into the 0-1 Lakers. Like, Scottie was great. And then when Michael Jordan left, they made a deep playoff run. Like, let's not do Scottie like that. Come on now. Disrespect.
As Reggie said earlier, on postseason,
Crazy.
I didn't have great success in the 90s in the postseason. So, if that's part of the criteria, then yeah, Scottie gets it. But head up,
Head up.
My numbers were,
You talk about the numbers being very similar, and they were, except that you had you averaged more points, rebounds, and assists than he did.
Let's
I got more touches.
Let's acknowledge.
Right. He got more touches. Like, come on, stop. Like, let's give Grant Hill his flowers, 100%. Grant Hill was a problem. Couldn't mess with him. Scottie was getting cooked. He was getting torched by him, but you're gonna act like Scottie Pippen wasn't elite, like stop.
Who this guy really is sitting here, because when Jordan was retiring and Grant Hill was coming into the league, we were talking about passing the mantle
To Grant.
Yes, you was going. So it ain't like you won. Scottie Pippen couldn't carry the league. Jordan carried the league. We're talking about a guy like yourself carrying the league. So you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, you know, Scott, you know that.
You know what? I'll let you say it. You want to say it.
Yo, Isaiah ain't shit, bro. He really ain't shit.
You know, it's like you know what? Damn it, it's me.
What?
Let's go forward.
Does Scottie Pippen have pictures of you or something? What's the deal with Scottie?
Wait a minute. Wait. Ho.
Something's going on.
I'm messing with
Did Michael, did he want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but no, I did not want him on the team.
I don't mind Michael Jordan saying I didn't want Isaiah to be on the dream team. I don't mind, you know, if Larry Bird said I don't want Isaiah to be on the dream team. But if Scottie Pippen say I don't want Isaiah to be on the dream team,
That's the problem.
man, come on. You can't say nothing.
I got a new topic for the
Stop.
If Jordan is like, look, I'm not playing. If Isaiah plays, okay, alright. Scottie, I'm not playing. If Isaiah plays, man, go to the bar.
Reedy, I need you to get up for a second. Get up for a second if you would. Isaiah, lay down on the couch. How long have you been harboring this? Are you feeling better now that it's come out, Isaiah?
Well, you know, Ernie, it's been a while. It's been on my mind, you know, for about, 25 years right now.
This is feeling like a weight is being lifted off of you.
Well, yeah, because I finally get to talk about it and just, the whole dream team experience. And again, I got no problems with, the greatest player to ever play say he don't want to play with me, or Magic saying he don't. But anybody below them?
That's low-key valid, though. That's low-key a valid statement. Like, I mean, all right, here's the thing. Like, I think he should be able to say that, but it's just like, how much weight does that really hold, though? Like, if we being realistic, like, how much weight is that really holding? You know what I mean? Like, all right, okay, so Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Those are the three, like, whatevers. Like, Larry Bird can have no back at all. Like, he's still that dude. Like, this respect of Larry Legend, like, to this day, I feel like niggas will die over Larry Bird. Like, if Larry Bird had to recruit troops for war, niggas is going to, bruh, the baby boomers is ready to die over Larry Bird. Respectfully, I'm not disrespecting nobody neither. That's just the energy that he seems to provoke. But I get what he's saying. Like, anybody below them is just like, come on, I'm Isiah Thomas. Like, I'm a top 4 point guard all time. Like, let's really talk about it. 2 chips as the best player on the team, and I'm 6 foot with no 3-point jumper for real. So let's really talk that. Like, I mean, I get what he's saying, but what, is Scottie just not supposed to say nothing? Like, he asked, like, I guess he did ask about, did Michael Jordan want him on the team, but he said, I can't speak for Mike. I just know I didn't want him. So, I don't know what you want. It would be different if Scottie just went around like, hey, yo, if y'all even think about getting Isaiah, I'm out of here. That would be it's like, whoa, buddy, relax. Take it easy. He just said, hey, I don't know about Mike. I didn't want him on the team. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. It wasn't like, if he was just going around like, hey, yo, like, I know you're not talking about getting Isaiah. After I explicitly gave you instructions about getting Isaiah, I know that's not what you're about to do. Because I'm out of here. That's like, all right. But he just said, hey, man, I personally didn't want him on the team. That's me.
And I say below them?
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
your hour is up. I'm sorry. I have to charge you more. But I'm glad you feel better. Okay, let's go. Very good. Thank you. Very nice.
Bulls. You guys have that rivalry. He had something to say about you and your squad. Let's take a listen and react to that first.
I want to hear this.
No, you got to hear it, Scottie.
Is head-to-head, Detroit, Isiah, better than Chicago.
Right.
Oh, all I'm saying is Giannis got help.
Wait. What is he? I'm not even. Wait.
Head, Detroit, Isiah, better than Chicago.
Right.
Oh, all I'm saying is Giannis got help.
I don't understand what he's saying.
Look at the record.
Hold on,
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Hey, Scottie coming in here after me, right?
Scottie
Yes.
here?
Yeah, ask him. Get that shit line of champagne
Get that shit line.
and pour it all over Max's head.
Okay. We are not.
He not wrong though. Like me personally, if I'm Stephen A, I'm not saying anything. Like I get Max and where he's coming from, because it's like, you know, well, whatever. It's like, oh, well, Michael Jordan didn't have help. Listen, I don't give a fuck. When it really came down to Chicago versus Detroit, like who won the head-to-head, like check the whatever. Like you can say whatever you want. 6 rings, that's cool. Respect. Y'all got 6. Like we only got 2. Like I'm not taking nothing away from y'all, but when it really came down to the head-to-head, like we got y'all more times than y'all got us. That's all I'm saying. Point blank. Like you could, and Max, I see, well, you know, like Max really trying to have a debate for real. Like it's not like, if it was like Max versus Stephen A, like that's different. Like we can debate semantics and like nuances and help and Phil Jackson. Like you, like if it's really like you really gotta play the Stephen A role and just kind of gotta sit there and just let him talk his shit. You can't say nothing for real. You gotta just sit there and let him talk his shit. Regardless of what you think, you gotta, cause he not wrong. Now if he says something that's just literally wrong, factually incorrect, alright, cool, that's different. But if I'm Stephen A, look at Stephen A. Look at Stephen A.
You gotta hear it, Scottie.
Is head-to-head, Detroit, Isiah, better than Chicago.
Right.
Oh, all I'm saying is Giannis got help.
Look at the record.
Look at Stephen A. He know, like, yeah, this is not a time for me to say nothing for real. It's really not. Look at his face. He know.
Look at the record.
Cause he's low key disgusted a little bit, but he gonna let him get his shit off. He gonna let him get his cap off. Go ahead, get your shit off. I ain't gonna trip.
The record. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Hey, Scottie coming in here after me, right?
Scottie
Yes.
here?
Yeah, ask him. Get that Sherlon champagne
Get that Sherlon.
and pour it all over Max's head.
Okay. We are not done yet. From beautiful
The Pistons are the
Chicago.
best.
Pistons versus the Bulls. What do you got to say to all that?
It ain't much to be said.
Yeah?
I mean, what is he saying? That they're better than the Bulls?
No. He was saying that head-to-head when they went up against y'all. For the vast majority of the time that they went up against y'all, they were beating y'all. That's what he was trying to say.
Well, we were younger.
That's true.
We weren't physically mature enough to compete.
Right.
But once we matured, it was over.
Well, yeah, and they were old too by that time.
Now, you know what? I gotta say.
I won't even say that they were old. They were defeated.
Correct.
Okay.
Let me say something about this. This narrative is all wrong. It's like the Bulls had to learn to overcome the Pistons. No, it's not what happened. What happened was MJ had no help because Scottie was young in the league. As soon as Scottie became an all-star, first year, which is before your prime, the next year you really became Scottie Pippen to me. The first year Jordan played with one other all-star, which was a pre-prime Scottie Pippen. They took the defending champion Pistons 7 games. Scottie had a migraine in game 7.
Well,
And therefore, the Pistons won. The next year, Scottie was in his prime, and the Bulls never again didn't win the championship in under 7 games.
Well, first of all, I like that, Max.
forget all that.
I said, Max, I fuck with you. Hey, Molly, move over. Max, come sit next to me. Hey, Max, let me know if you got any problems. Let him know you know Scottie Pippen. You feel me?
No. I agree with you. I agree with you and how you broke it down. The reason why I don't like listening to Max with stuff like that is because when you listen to this man discuss boxing, and he does it so exceptionally well, the number one thing Max does is highlight the wars that you've been through, to sit there and say, those are the things that elevated you, improved your mettle. I'm saying to you, if it wasn't the Pistons that were standing in your way, you might not have ended up being as great as you were. The fact that they were so tough to get through, it made everybody else easier. I'm saying that can't be ignored, and that's where the respect for the Pistons have to come in. Because
what does it have to do with what does it have to do with the conversation at hand, though? I mean, sure, we can talk about mutual respect, I guess, but that has nothing to do with what we're currently talking about.
Barometer, that testing ground is what really toughened y'all metal and elevated y'all to a level that couldn't be touched. That's my position.
I like your position.
Thank you.
Okay.
By the way,
And you're exactly right, but that's just part of being a champion on any level. You're going to have to go through some trials and tribulations. And yes, the Pistons was that team.
Thanks for watching ESPN.
I mean, Max isn't wrong, though. Like, is Max wrong? I don't feel like he is wrong. Like, it makes, like, what he said make perfect sense. Like, every year that Michael Jordan had an all-star that was healthy, they never not won the championship. I mean, like, what are we saying for real? And it's like, damn, like I don't think, to be fair, it was a different league back then. You can't really compare, because I was gonna say you cannot say the same thing about LeBron, but it's a different league. You cannot compare. Teams didn't have 3 all-stars back then, or 3 all-star caliber players. They did not have 3 all-star players, right? Stephen Curry is an all-star. Draymond Green, Clay, well, when even so, the Dallas Mavericks only had one. They only had one. What's it called? They only had one all-star / superstar. Jason Terry was not an all-star caliber player. I mean, maybe you could say Tyson Chandler was, but they definitely didn't have 3. So, you know. But anyway, this isn't about LeBron. Isaiah's right. They're both right. They're literally both right. Like, Isaiah's not wrong. They probably do have a better record head to head. It's not wrong. And he's not wrong about Michael Jordan not winning the championship every time that he had a healthy all-star. So, I mean, cool. Everybody can say what they want to say. Let's see.
If Giannis's handles get a little better where he can create his own shot a little more, and
Kawhi, I mean, but Giannis is still the best player in the league.
He made in Milwaukee, who's now with the Pacers. He said, look,
that played with them as a top 50. I stood up there by myself looking for my teammates.
I'm not diminishing.
No.
So I'm not diminishing what you did. You played with all-stars.
No, I'm saying when you say Jordan, the first time he got an all-star, dude, he got one of the top 50
not
players.
At that time. No, that was Pippen's first all-star game. He wasn't one of the top 50 players.
Dude, I'm only 2 years older than Jordan. You act like I'm like 7 years older than him.
No, we're talking about who y'all played with. See, we're talking about who y'all played with. Pippen was a puppy the first time he made an all-star game. First time.
All I'm saying is, okay.
All right.
This was about Giannis. It ain't gonna turn into Chicago, Detroit. But all I know is, head to head, Detroit, Isaiah, better than Chicago.
Right.
Oh, all I'm saying is Giannis got help.
Hey, that's it. I'm out.